Outer space. Outer space. Outer space, or just space, is the expanse that exists beyond the Earth and between celestial bodies. Outer space is not completely empty. It is a hard vacuum containing a low density of particles, predominantly a plasma of hydrogen and helium, as well as electromagnetic radiation, magnetic fields, neutrinos, dust, and cosmic rays. The baseline temperature as set by the background radiation from the Big Bang is 2.7 kelvins, according to the encyclopedia. The plasma between galaxies accounts for about half of the baryonic ordinary matter in the universe. It has a number density of less than one hydrogen atom per cubic meter and a temperature of millions of kelvins. Local concentrations of this plasma have condensed into stars and galaxies. Studies indicate that 90% of the mass in most galaxies is in an unknown form called dark matter, which interacts with other matter through gravitational but not electromagnetic forces, according to the encyclopedia. Observations suggest that the majority of the mass energy in the observable universe is a poorly understood vacuum energy of space, which astronomers label dark energy. Intergalactic space takes up most of the volume of the universe, but even galaxies and star systems consist almost entirely of empty space. Outer space does not begin at a definite altitude above the Earth's surface. However, the Kármán line, an altitude of 100 kilometers above sea level, is conventionally used as the start of outer space in space treaties and for aerospace records keeping. The framework of international space law was established by the Outer Space Treaty, which entered into force on 10 October 1967. This treaty precludes any claims of national sovereignty and permits all states to freely explore outer space. Despite the drafting of UN resolutions for the peaceful use of outer space, anti-satellite weapons have been tested in Earth orbit, according to the encyclopedia. Humans began the physical exploration of space during the 20th century with the advent of high-altitude balloon flights, followed by manned rocket launches. Earth orbit was first achieved by Yuri Gagarin of the Soviet Union in 1961, and unmanned spacecraft have since reached all of the known planets in the solar system. Due to the high cost of getting into space, manned spaceflight has been limited to low Earth orbit and the Moon. Outer space represents a challenging environment for human exploration because of the hazards of vacuum and radiation. Microgravity also has a negative effect of human physiology that causes both muscle atrophy and bone loss. In addition to these health and environmental issues, the economic cost of putting objects, including humans, into space is very high. Read about the discovery, formation, and state. According to the Big Bang Theory, the very early universe was an extremely hot and dense state, about 13.8 billion years ago, which rapidly expanded. Read about the environment. Outer space is the closest known approximation to a perfect vacuum. It has effectively no friction, allowing stars, planets, and moons to move freely along their ideal orbits following the initial formation stage. Effect on human bodies. Even at relatively low altitudes in the Earth's atmosphere, conditions are hostile to the human body. Boundary. There is no clear boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space, as the density of the atmosphere gradually decreases as altitude increases. Legal status. The Outer Space Treaty provides the basic framework for international space law. It covers the legal use of outer space by nation states and includes in its definition of outer space the Moon and other celestial bodies. Earth orbit. A spacecraft enters orbit when its centrifugal acceleration due to gravity is less than or equal to the centrifugal acceleration due to the horizontal component of its velocity. Regions. Space is a partial vacuum. Its different regions are defined by the various atmospheres and winds that dominate within them, and extend to the point at which those winds give way to those beyond. Read about geospace. Geospace is the region of outer space near Earth, including the upper atmosphere and magnetosphere. Read about interplanetary space. Interplanetary space is defined by the solar wind, a continuum stream of charged particles emanating from the Sun that creates a very tenuous atmosphere. The heliosphere for billions of kilometers into space. Interstellar space. Interstellar space is the physical space within a galaxy beyond the influence each star has upon the compass plasma. Intergalactic space. Intergalactic space is the physical space between galaxies. Studies of large-scale distribution of galaxies show that the universe has a foam-like structure with clusters and groups of galaxies lying along filaments that occupy about a tenth of the total space, according to the encyclopedia. Read about the exploration and applications. For the majority of human history, space was explored by observations made from the Earth's surface, initially with the unaided eye and then with the telescope. Read also about Earth's location in the universe, list of government space agencies, list of topics in space, outline of space science, space and survival, space station, space technology. Read all about outer space, outer space, outer space.